Seen any elemental changes? Let's take a quick review. Matriarch leaving one of my favorite LEs. I thought it was just like really well designed. It's quite sad that it's leaving. I think it's going to leave a kind of a gap for our LEs to get more economy. But Matriarch going. That's what's happening for here. Leper gets moved to tier 3. Okay, moved to tier 3 as a 4/5 again. Azerite to 4, which happened today in the patch. Wildfire moving back to tier 4 as a 9/5. With no odd even thing, Wildfire's getting more stats, it's kind of nice. Azerite going to 4 is going to be good for duos because you don't get broken Azerite games really fast. I'm not sure what the lever change is. Yeah. New card. Tier 3 Elemental, Sleeping Sea Glass. Choose one, double its minions attack or health. This is probably going to be good if you do a lot of shot buffs. I mean, it's going to be insane if you do shot buffs. Right, so it's going to be at least a 6/3 or 3/6 if you just buy normally. If you get to do shot buffs, this card is going to be nuts. It's going to be a really good card. Moss of the Sloth. When another friendly elemental dies, gains its maximum stats once per combat. This has really high potential, especially with shot buffs, but it's gonna be slow. You think this is a dog? No, I think LEs are gonna become more about shot buffs. I mean, like, if you have like a taunted like big guy, this kid is just getting all the stats. That's not true. Say you have a taunted 20/20, right? When 20/20 dies, this becomes a 23/24. The next turn, it becomes remember. Oh, it's not permanent. Oh, this sucks. I thought it was permanent. Never mind, it sucks. I thought this was permanent. Yeah, this card sucks. Alright, lesser trinkets. After you buy a card, give a random friendly minion +2/+1, cost 2. This card is probably definitely on the lower tier of trinkets. I mean, random buffs are fine, you know. If you're going to be roaching, this is good, but probably not a super good overall. One cost. Choose a friendly minion. It consumes a random minion of the tavern to gain its stats. These are LE trinkets though, Rick. Okay, so this again, it's all about shot buffs. It being a random minion of the tavern though is gonna be kind of sus, I think. Like the reason that Shelemental was good is because you could just pick a big minion in the shop and eat it, even though it went to a random minion. You think this is broken? It's a spellcraft though. You make one big minion, but like if you don't have, if the shop isn't buffed, you can just choose like a crappy like 1/1 or you know a 2/2. Right? A friendly minion eats a random minion in the shop. Well, if you have shop buffs, it's gonna be really good. Okay. Nomi sticker. After you play Elemental of the Tavern get +1/+1 this game. Essentially, this is turn 6 Nomi. This has to be insane, right? And it's playing Elemental as opposed to buying Elemental. So like if you do like Tempest and stuff, it'll buff the shop twice. Was all Nomi playing Elemental? Yeah, and you don't have to have a dead 4/4 on your board. Well, you should go to YouTube and take a look, but we'll go through this after. Okay, so this one's good too. Fellblood Portrait. Get a slimy Fellblood. Your fiery and slimy Fellbloods give attack and health. So your Fellbloods are, these guys all give +2/+2 to the shop. You get one right away. This one has to be insane too, especially given that the previous cards we've seen, they're all about shot buffs. Elemental is back. Okay. Galarian Cheese Wheel. Minions of the Tavern have +1/+1. Upgrades every 3 times you refresh. This one I think is super hit or miss. 3 refreshes is a lot to get +1/+1. If you have refreshing rate, this is going to be ridiculous. This is better than the Nomi if you have refreshing rate, I think. No, slightly worse. But probably like a little better overall. Right? This one seems nuts. This one has potential to be nuts, also has potential to be really bad. Okay. Lava Lamp. After you sell 4 minions, get a random elemental. 4 left. Also, this card is nuts with recycling rate. I mean, this is just gonna be overly good, I think. Alright. After you play an elemental, your next tavern spell costs 1 less, and this costs 4. This has potential to be good with Azurite on 4, but it's probably not that great. It's probably slightly below average, I think. I think this one is bad. Minions of the Tavern have +1/+1 for each minion you sold this turn. This one seems really bad. I don't know why they made this one. Like, compare this to all the other ones. This one has to be like one of the worst trinkets you could possibly get. I mean, there's a lot of trinkets. Like, imagine rolling this sucker on turn 6 as one of your 4 choices. You're just gonna be like crying because this one's just horrendous. Like, it's automatic no pick, I think. Okay, greater trinkets. Get these on turn 9. After you buy a card, give a random friendly minion 4/4. If you're already road chain, this card's probably fine. Probably not great overall. Random buffs are kind of meh. Well, this is probably like a pretty mediocre trinket. Azurite Portrait. Get a living Azurite. Your living Azurite also gives stats to friendly elementals. This seems way too slow. Getting Azurite on turn 9 for the cost of 5 gold. Super expensive, even if it belts your ones on board. Like, I don't know. This one feels like it's. I don't know what this is. It'd be too powerful on turn 6, but it seems way too slow on turn 9. I don't know. I think this one's just gonna be bad. Nomi sticker. Turn 9, you get to play Golden Nomi. After you play Elemental Tavern at +2/+2 this game. This has to be ridiculous. Turn 9 Golden Nomi. Especially if you have like some sort of like shop bust or some sort of LEs going already. Like, this has to be nuts. It probably might be a little slow. It might be a little slow. If you don't have any buffs going and you're roaching, this is probably not a pick. The turn 6 one. It's like quests. It's more like quests than buddies. If you already have like some shop buffs going, there's a lesser one and a greater one. Right? If you already have some shop buffs going, this will be great. If you don't, you can't just like pick this and immediately start Nomiing because it's gonna be too slow. Also, it costs 5 gold. Okay. So greater trinket, Galarian Cheese Wheel. Many of the tires are +2/+2 upgrades every 3 times you refresh. This one is way better than the lesser one. Because they're both just Nomi stickers. Right? Because this one, even if you don't have stuff buffed already, or like the previous one, is not as dependent on Recycling Wraith. You could be in other tribes, pick this, and still do stuff. I think this one's going to be good regardless of where you are. These are just trinkets. They're just the names. That's called sticker or whatever. Jared Frostling. Start a combat, give 2 friendly elementals, death rattle, summon a flourishing Frostling. This seems ridiculous. This has to be one of the best ones possible for Elise. Frostlings are enormous. We're already in elementals. you're already in elementals. You're gonna have played a bunch of frost elementals. Your frosters will be big, and you essentially get two massive minions that come out as death rattles. Especially if you have something like Titus later in the game. This card's going. This one seems like it's gonna be nuts. It's probably gonna get changed to 1. Shaman Prayer Beast. I think this is like one of the best ones that you can get. So you buy 2 battle cries, get a random battle cry minion. Regardless of tribes, this has to be ridiculously overpowered. I think this will get changed to buy 3 battle cries, but buy 2 battle cries, get a random battle cry is so ridiculously strong. You disagree? 2 battle cries for one? It's like, I don't know. This seems ridiculously good. It's good gold, Jenny. Depends on your board. I mean, it's still gonna be good. Like, there's very few battle cries that are just gonna be like, depends on your board. I think this one just gonna be like a good all around one. I think it's gonna be one of the best ones. I mean, we'll find out, but like, if you don't have a cycling board, you don't think these anyways. I mean, like, you're just like roaching, just getting additional economies, like, would be good. Oh yeah, the elemental one is definitely the best one. But I think this is just like good regardless of what tribe you're going to end up being. They have the greater version of the Denarcius Pie, meaning that towers have +2/+2 for each minion you sold this turn. I mean, this version is probably going to be a little better, but I think this is just going to be bad overall. Right, like, it's good if you have Fellbat. If you have Fellbat, this is going to be like nuts. Right? But we're talking about elementals here. I think this one's no, you can't choose 0. You have to buy 1. I think this is the last one. That's the last one.